This is Arm and Hammer in this.
I hit the club with a big bag, like what a chick said. Too many niggas on the floor, we gotta fix that. I seen no chicks popping up at a kickback. Well, I'ma light this bitch up like a lit black. So sit back, set the song for the big bag. I see a bad little breeze, gotta get there. Shit, yeah, I'ma holler, you can sit there. Cause I don't know how many models I'ma get, yeah. Bottle at the bottle, watch the pretty models follow me. Be jerking at the party, after party, they gon' swallow me. I'm sorry, let me stop this, I'm just geeking like a rock. If you ain't speaking on the top, it's hard, baby, I can holler at you. Speaking about a dollar coming out, it's not a problem, cause I'm trying to make it holler. If you want it, you can follow. I can be your baby father for your throat. I load you up until you choke. Tell my driver, let's go, let's go. If you look real good and you keep that body looking right, this is your night. If you got that bag and you spend your money, you spend it how you like. Have a good time.
So I put my glass up, she put her ass up, so I threw some cash up. She got her own bag in the back of the dump truck, like the boys in Big County. I'm trying to ride a big don't. She can get what she want. I give her what she needs. And then her head go up and down like she got a sneeze. Then I'ma bless her. Shawty already blessed her. God already blessed her. And me, I'm just trying to catch up, like an interception. I'm just trying to catch up. I'm hot dog, no ketchup, and I'm just trying to undress her. Release some pressure. We taking every measure. And if I gotta put the work in, then put me on schedule. Well, big girls need love too. Skinny girls need a hug too. You can be 42, 52. I done seen them look 32. I don't guess that clean. I'll be in between. I take a milk and dive in a swish. Man, in this.
Real good and you keep that body looking right.
Keep it body looking right, baby. Body looking right, baby. It's your night, baby. It's your night.
That bag and you spend your money how you like.
You can spend it how you like, baby. Good time. You gon' have a big time, baby.
Loving how she feeling the vibe. I took one good look, it's going down tonight. She winked her eye, caught her strutting in about 11 o'clock. One time, is you ready or not? She said, I got all night. No red wine, cause I got on white. Yeah, just my type. It's going down tonight. She got her high heels on. Loving the way she moves. Loving the way, loving the way, loving the way. Grown folks in the building. And she had a long week at work. She tryna freak and flirt. I can't blame you. Do what you do, and I'ma do me. Is that cool? Cool. She said, yeah, I'm just trying to have a good time. Come on, one time.
If you look real good and you keep that body looking right.
Keep it body looking right, baby. Body looking right, baby. It's your night, baby. It's your night.
That bag and you spend your money how you like.
You can spend it how you like, baby. Good time. You gon' have a big time, baby. Have a big time, baby.
If you look real good and you keep that body looking right.
Keep it body looking right, baby. Body looking right, baby. It's your night, baby. It's your night.
That bag and you spend your money how you like.
You can spend it how you like, baby. Good time. We gon' have a big time, baby. Have a big time, baby.
Yes. All right.
Grammarly can make your job.
How is everybody doing?
Grammarly makes
Hold on
sharpening
one
your
second.
resume.
Hey, you know what time it is. Table talk tonight. Good to see everybody. My goodness. Oh, we got the right people in the house. We got the right people in the house. Thank you for being here. Y'all been bugging me for table talk. Well, not bugging me, but y'all been checking for table talk, and that's good. That is real good. We are back on our time schedule, live here in New York. where we do table talk once a week on Sundays, 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific. I hope y'all had a good weekend. I certainly did. Let me tell you, I had a very busy week, and we're about to get into some updates and some acknowledgements tonight. So if you're here for the very first time, please hit the like button, show your attendance, and subscribe. We made a couple of changes, and we're looking good. Always keeping it nice and tight. Good to see Miss Justice in the house. We have, my goodness, a whole bunch of people up in here. Kimberly D is in the house. Much love to you. Laura Croft is in the house. Listening, just woke up. So pretty. Oh my God. I hear you. Shrinking Sharon is in the house. Much love to you. Everybody is coming for table talk. Good, because we got something to talk about tonight. Insomniac to the Queen is in the house. Okay. Insomniac, welcome. I'm starting to see some new names up in here. Miss Queen Lorraine Muhammad is in the house. Much love to you. Jody M is in the house. Missy Q is in the house. Okay, Missy Q. All right. I don't know if we're related. Could we be? Missy Q? You know, John Q, Missy Q, but you spell yours with a Q. Mine is with a C. But good to see you. Welcome. Miss Carol Smith is in the house. TT is in the house. Gail Thornberry, much love to you. Gail, we got some news for you, so stick around. Much love to you, Gail. I heard what happened, and believe me, it's not right, but much love to you for being here. Good to see you. All right, Jay Silver Heels is in the house. JJ, what's up? JJ is covering the Daniel Robinson case, and we have been going back and forth with a number of comments on each other's videos pertaining to the case. Thank you very much, Jay, for being here tonight. The numbers are going up, as always. Good to see you, Jay. I like what you're doing on your channel. You're taking your time reasoning logically and thinking about certain elements. And I'm glad you took a look at my work. I've taken a look at yours. And, thank you for exposing the story, because that's why we do it here on my channel. And so much props to you, Jay. Much props. Mr. Boss Blake is in the house. My brother is in the house. We got business tonight. My goodness. And if you haven't come from the Vibe Room just a half hour ago, you missed a damn good show, because Mr. Boss Blake was dropping it like no other. Thank you, brother. He sent me some tunes too. I was on the phone while he was playing. I'm like, oh, you got to send me that. You got to send me that. You got to send me that. Game over. Give me this. Give me that. Oh, why you wait to the last minute to have me do all this shit right now? Oh, okay, boss. But please send it. Much love to you, boss. He over there laughing. I know. Yes, Miss Sherry is in the house. RJ is in the house. How are you, my brother? How are you? Pen 1010 is in the house. My goodness. Marvin Atkins is in the house. What's going on from Pittsburgh? Hey, Pittsburgh is in the house tonight on Table Talk. All right. Marvin, good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. We got Copper Horse in the house. My goodness. From New Jersey. All right. You know how we break it? Know how we break it down here? Good to see so many of you here for a special table talk. I wanted to do an update and give some acknowledgements out tonight. I've been busy like crazy in between 4 different projects, 4 different cases, along with the round table, working behind the scenes. My schedule is tighter than ever, but it's damn good to see everyone showing up for tonight's table talk. My goodness, Not So Dumb Blonde is up in the house. What are we talking about tonight? What y'all talking about tonight? Good to see you. Oh my goodness. That song, hey, having fun. The beat is on, I'm telling you. Get your groove on. Life is short. Life is short, but tonight for table talk, we're going to be getting into some updates. Came across some things, not a lot, but just to keep everybody running on the same page. Not a lot, but the acknowledgements is going to be a primary thing, because there's some people that hold this channel down that I want to give a major shout out to, and some other business at the same time to address that. Because of the new month, I guess, with my channel, Mr. Boss Blake's channel, Miss 54 Keyz and her channel, and this is in regards to the round table that we have collaborated on. Things are picking up like you would not believe. Major turnout on 54 Keyz' channel for the first round table. Huge turnout for Mr. Boss Blake and his channel when we covered session 2. We're doing this in sessions, and the third session is going to be on my channel. If you're a part of the round table or would like to be a part of the round table, all you have to do is email any one of us. We have a specific guideline for the round table. Not, people hear about the round table, but not many people listen to how we're putting together the round table. But I'll get into that later, but it's good to see y'all. Always good to see y'all. Where the Wind Blows is up in the house. Miss Justice is in the house. I saw you pop in here. Miss Double Rainbows in the house. Much love to you. So you know what time it is. Let's get ready. Okay. All right, let's get ready for a table talk tonight, folks. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to John Q's Table Talk. Let's go. Here at Table Talk, everybody's opinions matter, because we only here for one reason, and that's the truth. Cue the truth. So many cases we've been facing, so many kids that have been taken. You got ours and you got on, and some more wells I just can't take it. Never see John hesitate. A hard to go you can't replace. So Table Talk gon' be the place where we break down all the basics. You don't need no reservation, open mind, a little faith. That's why we work another case. Kids go missing every day. We know the news, they do their thing, but John gon' come through in the pain. But this is a show for all of us, so let us know just what you think. For Table Talk, it's time to go to work. Let the people know that John is going live. It's time for Table It's time for table talk. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Mr. John Q. Y'all show him some love, man.
Let's go to work tonight.
All right. Welcome, everyone. And I just got that message. And thank you, Miss Carol. Yes, and if this is your very first time here regarding tonight's table talk, in order to make a comment, you have to subscribe. That's all. You know, we don't try to push the envelope too hard, but just hit the button. If you like us, you'll come back. The button will stay pushed. If you don't, no problem. You can unclick it, move on. That's it. We're keeping it nice and tight. Because there are the real supporters of Table Talk and John Q and the work we do. It's important because we give recognition, to say the least, on our channel to anyone that's out there in the YouTube streets covering content on their channel. Tonight, I wanted to just bring to your attention a very important story that I came across, and I want to share that with you very quickly here. And it's a story of a missing person that we're covering some details on right now, looking to bring the case here on my channel on Q the Truth. And one of the updates tonight is a missing person called Crystal Chanel Anderson, age 30, of Columbia, South Carolina. Now, she's been missing since August 20th and hasn't been seen or heard from since. Now, she's the mother of 4, and it sounds like some strange things are happening in and around her case. I don't know if anyone has heard of this case, but it's a case that's growing and becoming. And so I spoke to Mr. Boss Blake about it, and 54 Keyz about it. She's going to be doing a little something on it. Mr. Boss Blake will be doing something on it. We may be doing a collaboration. I'm not sure yet, but I posted this about 4 days ago. And this young woman of 30, mother of 4, has not been seen since August 20th. And it was reported that she was having some kind of argument with a boyfriend just before she disappeared. The family is concerned, and after a sister got a call from the father's children, it was something else. Well, the boyfriend has been missing too. He's MIA all of a sudden. And it's like, okay, what's up with him? Why does he go missing right after she goes missing? Now, the boyfriend has been missing for quite some time, predominantly at the same time. Now, anyone with information regarding this case can report the details anonymously to the Aikens County Sheriff's Office, 1-800-642-1761, or you can contact the investigator directly at 1-800-3-897-7008. And I posted video news clip on here, and let me see if I can play it so we can get some kind of an understanding as to the reason why this young lady went missing. I don't know how many of y'all have heard about this story. I've seen a couple of postings on YouTube and then again on Facebook, but not as much. Not as much as Kylie Rodney's case is hot right now. Well, let me see if I can bring it up. And before I do, you know what we got to do. Put our little poster up here to let people know that we're going to be sharing content from sources from the internet, YouTube, possibly Facebook, if I can get into it. Just wanted to give you some updates on what I'm looking at. Good to see you. My goodness. All right. I got some people up in here. Humongous D is in the house. I saw you, Humongous. Thank you for showing up, bro. All right. So let me see if I can play this right directly from my page. I should be able to. Oh, the video is not available anymore. What? Oh, all right. See that? Taking stuff down. Taking stuff down already? Okay. Let me see if I can find an update. We do that. That's not fair. Talking about. See if I can find something on that story. I had it all nice and put together and whatnot. Let me see if there is an update as is recent. I don't want that. I don't want that. I want to bring it to you directly from the news source. And you know how the news source is. Very short clips. They don't say much. But
with YouTube Premium's
okay.
background play, you can keep watching the hottest music.
We don't care about that. All right, let me see if I can do this real quick. Wanted to bring you this. Always got commercials. Always want to show commercials. YouTube is just flooding this stuff with ads now. That's why my channel is not monetized. I don't want a whole bunch of commercials flooding my lives or my videos or any of my content with nonsense so I can get paid. No. I'm not here for that. Not here for it. So let's see if we can bring you this news update on this particular case. I want to welcome everyone to the chat. I'm just making some adjustments so you can see it. And let's find out what they tell us. It's a story from the news regarding Crystal Anderson missing out of South Carolina.
The family of a Midlands woman pleading for answers tonight after she went missing from her Aiken County home. Crystal Anderson, a Columbia native, disappeared 2 weeks ago on August 20th. As the investigation continues, they're hoping the public can help bring her home safely.
A plea for answers.
You need to speak up.
The family of Crystal Anderson says her disappearance has been an emotional roller coaster as the days searching turned to weeks. Shadira Smothers is her sister.
We are going to bring Crystal home, and her story is going to be a testimony to help other women.
On Saturday, they gathered in prayer, lighting candles for the Columbia mother of four and C.A. Johnson High School graduate.
She was very responsible. She was a good mother, a good friend to those who know her.
They say Anderson had only recently moved to Aiken County when she disappeared from her Wagner home on August 20th. Shonja Cleveland is a private investigator.
I want everyone to know from Columbia to Wagner And we've gotten some very good leads to keep those leads coming.
News 19 reached out to the Aiken County Sheriff's Office, which is leading the investigation, for more details. The office said in a statement, "We cannot confirm anything at this time. We are actively working this case and all leads."
This is why it's so important that if anyone knows anything, to say something, no matter how small it is.
This right here, the outcome, we're going to save lives afterwards, and we're going to help other families that have experienced what we've gone through.
Well, if you have any information that you think can help, call Crime Stoppers, 1-888-CRIME-SC. The family of a Midland
Okay. So that's what they have available right now in terms of media news on this story. Went to here. We went to Facebook to find out what Facebook is covering, and they do have a poster out under the missing persons category. It's a $3,000 reward. I think it's higher right now. And if you've seen or heard any information regarding this young lady, age 30, you take a look. Take a look at the picture. Crystal Anderson, age 30, missing from Wagner, South Carolina since August 30th. She's a black female, 5'1", 120 pounds, long, beautiful hair, and she has green eyes. I think they're hazel, but they're in that category. Crystal's family reported her missing on August 23rd of 2022, after she was last seen outside of her home in Wagner, South Carolina on August 20th. One of her children said that Crystal was outside of her home arguing with the boyfriend. There was a scream, and Crystal never returned. Her boyfriend, Tony Lee Berry, age 48, of Wagner, told police he last saw her around 1 a.m. Monday, August 22nd, leaving the residence in a gray Dodge Charger, being driven by an unknown black male. Now he's missing. He's missing. And yes, Insomniac, to the Queen, thank you. This is what we do. We try to give exposure to stories just like this that don't get exposure. Now, the boyfriend is missing, and you kind of figure, where's he at? Why isn't he a part of the search? Now, they had a search this weekend, and the results of that search will be permeating, obviously, Facebook this week. And hopefully we'll get some information on this in regards to how their search went, what new developments had occurred, and hopefully we'll get a chance to speak with one of the family members. I'm going to be reaching out to her sister, Miss Nicole, see if we can get her live on the panel to give us the story, as she is working so hard to find out what happened to Crystal. Where's his sister? Where's dude that was with her sister? And this occurrence of an argument during the time all of this unfolded. What is he doing? Where's he at? Was he a part of this weekend's search? That's what we want to know. Thank y'all. Give me 1 second. One second, y'all. But I wanted y'all to. They look like brownish hazel eyes to me. Absolutely gorgeous. And now she's been missing since August 20th. Why? Their 4 children are traumatized by their mother not being there. 4. And they're beautiful children. And this young lady here, let me see if I can find a different click. Nope. Has been missing. Where is Crystal Anderson? September 7th. According to Crystal Anderson's family members, she was a wonderful mother, sister, and daughter. People in Crystal's community say that she was always with her children. Crystal utilizes her TikTok platform with over 50,000 followers to communicate the agony she felt while in a relationship. That's powerful. Which included domestic violence. Crystal's family alleges that they went to great lengths to help Crystal leave 48-year-old boyfriend Tony Berry. However, Tony Berry allegedly threatened to endanger the lives of those of Crystal that he cared about if she left. Check that out. But after only a month and a half at her new home, Crystal went missing. Since she's been missing, the family alleges they discovered candles with Crystal's date of birth and name with words, "Do as I say," etched on them. What does that mean? What does that mean? Do as I say. Authorities report on the night of August 20th, 2022, Crystal and her 4 children were at the home when Tony Berry allegedly came over and asked one of her children whether another guy had been present, to which the child replied, yes. When Tony and Crystal's argument became heated, Crystal and Tony Berry stepped outside. Crystal's children state that they heard her scream. They peered out the window and saw Tony Berry place Crystal in the trunk of a car. Are you kidding me? Crystal was never seen again. Oh, okay, so this story should be extremely solvable right now. She has witnesses as to where she went missing and the reason why. They peered out the window and saw Tony Berry place Crystal in the trunk of a car. Crystal was never seen again. Tony later went to the house and allegedly informed authorities that Crystal fled and it was something she did often. And he didn't wish to file a missing persons report. Now check that out. He also told police he last saw her about 1 a.m. Monday, August 22nd, leaving the resident in a gray Dodge Charger being driven by an unknown black male. All right, folks. Type a 1 in the chat if you automatically feel that there was some foul play here. Type a 1. One of her children saw her being put into the trunk by the boyfriend. That's crazy. And that's part of a statement here. And you mean to tell me police don't suspect this dude? However, according to sources, Crystal's mom, Wanda Sumter, indicated that it is unusual for Crystal not to interact with her family members on a daily basis. She added that she learned about her daughter's disappearance after Crystal's oldest child's father stated that she did not show up to pick them up from school, and her job call saying she had not shown up, which prompted her mother to notify authorities of Crystal's disappearance on August 23rd. Her mother told authorities she had not heard from Crystal since the 20th. Meanwhile, deputies were advised by Wagner, a police officer, that he spoke with Tony Berry over the phone. They do this damn phone interview. Berry revealed that Crystal had not been at the house since August 21st and had left the children with him. Aikens County Sheriff's Department had attempted to contact Tony Berry since that phone call, but his phone goes directly to voicemail. Tony Berry has been reported missing as of late. And according to investigators, Tony Berry's car was discovered burned. Crystal's cell phone was discovered. We're currently seeking to obtain more information as to her whereabouts at this time. Anyone with information is encouraged to call Aikens County Sheriff's Office. Please share this so that we can continue to spread the word about Crystal's disappearance. This is terrible. This is terrible. And for those of you who typed a 1 in the chat regarding your feeling about this, like mine, it's muffled again? Muffling? Oh, okay. Okay, sound check. How about that? Are we back? Sound check. 111. No, no, no. 222. 112. 1. Are we good now? Oh, not now. Okay, cool. Thank you, Hugh. Oh, we're back. All right. Jennifer, much love to you. Thank you for being here. We're back. Okay. I don't know. I got multiple tabs open. People on my phone. So then again, when you get on Facebook, you know, that's a crazy social media platform in and of itself. They're like tracking, doing too much tracking. But we're good. Okay. Good now. Thank you. All right. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. But I wanted to share that story with you. I believe we're going to be doing some deep follow-up on this. Hopefully we can assist the family to expose the story to get it out on YouTube. That's what I do here on this channel. Well, thank you all for joining. Goodness. Good now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I want to stay that way. So I wanted to bring that story to you. Crazy world we live in. No joke. No joke. People going missing. A lot have been going missing in broad daylight. Nonetheless, they're going missing. More missing people now showing up on an everyday basis than at any other time we have ever experienced before. It's like it came out of the closet. It's crazy. Well, hopefully, the family's got some news. We'll be in contact with them sometime this week regarding the current search over the weekend, both yesterday and today, and see if we can get an update to follow up. Hopefully, we can have her sister, Nicole, to join us for a live panel. I'm going to be working on that directly to share with us her side of the story, her experience as to what's going on, how the police are helping or not helping, because we see the same pattern over and over and over again. What's going on with the police concerning Breonna Taylor. Now, we did a story covering Breonna Taylor's case, and an update there too. My goodness. And I want to personally thank Miss Carol Smith for sending me loads and loads of updates via email. Thank you, Carol. If it's not about this, it's about Kanika Jenkins. If it's not about that, it's about Kylie Rodney. If it's not about that, Summer Wells. If it's not about that, this woman is on fire. And I appreciate her tremendously. Carol, stick around. Please, stick around. So one of the police officers, the 4 police officers in this case, is pleading guilty to the charges against them regarding Breonna Taylor. You're welcome, John. My brain don't stop. Yeah, I know your brain don't stop. Thank goodness it doesn't. I appreciate your work and your effort behind the scenes throughout the wee hours of the morning. This was done on August 23rd. Let's give you an update. We'll get through this update. Former Louisville detective pleaded guilty in federal court on Tuesday to helping falsify a search warrant that led to the killing of Breonna Taylor, a Black woman whose death fueled the wave of protest over police violence against people of color. The former officer, Kelly Goodlett, entered a plea before the U.S. District Court, Judge Rebecca Grady Jennings, in a federal court in Louisville, Kentucky, court records show. Goodlett pleaded guilty to 1 count of conspiracy, becoming the first officer to be held criminally responsible for a botched raid. Goodlett was accused of conspiring with another detective to falsify the warrant that led to the raid and covering up the falsification. Now, what would make someone do that if you're looking to retire with a pension? I'm going to go along with you guys and screw my life up. Especially being a cop in the 21st century, knowing that there's a lot of shit out there with cops, pertaining to cops, either killing and shooting people down or doing a lot of heinous stuff. But here, you think a rational-minded person who went to the police academy would have two brain cells that rub together to say, this ain't good. Just two. No, she went along with them anyway. 35-year-old could face up to 5 years in prison, a $250,000 fine, and 3 years of supervised release when she is sentenced. So they're already skipping over the particulars and they're getting to the real deal. A sentencing hearing was tentatively scheduled for November 22nd. The Courier-Journal in Louisville reported. Goodland, who appeared with her attorney, Brandon Marshall, was ordered to surrender her passport. Prosecutors and her attorney were not immediately available for comment. They normally are not. Goodland was one of four former Louisville Metropolitan Police Department detectives charged by the U.S. Justice Department on August 4th for their involvement in the 2020 raid that killed Taylor in her home. The charges represented by the Justice Department's latest attempt to crack down on abuses and racial disparity in policing following a series of high-profile police killings of Black Americans across the country. This is a heavy case. And I always say, why now? Why now? Don't forget this one. Okay. Well, we're trying to get through them. We're trying to get through them. But the killing of Taylor, along with 2020 killings of George Floyd in Minneapolis and Ahmaud Arbery in Georgia, among others, sparked outrage and galvanized protests that peaked in intensity during the summer. Taylor, a 26-year-old emergency medical technician, was asleep with her boyfriend on March 13th of 2020 when police conducted a no-knock raid and burst into their apartment. Taylor's boyfriend fired once at what he said he believed were intruders. 3 police officers responded with 32 shots, six of which struck Taylor, killing her. Goodlet and her fellow former officer, Joshua James, met days after the shooting in a garage where they agreed on a false story to cover the false evidence that they submitted to justify the botched raid. 32 shots, folks, on a falsified warrant, which violated her civil rights. You mean to tell me this is what police officers will bend this low to do? Just to put somebody under their belt so they can get an accommodation from the police department? Now think about that. Think about it. That's what this case is saying so far. But the feds looked at this case. The state didn't do their job at all. And if you followed the last live that we did covering this case, it says a lot. When you have officers firing from a doorway at point blank range down a dark hallway, and another one outside of the apartment shooting through the living room windows, which had 2 glass sliding doors, and bedroom windows that were covered by curtains. And they're firing, not giving a damn for the safety and security of anyone else in an apartment complex. You have got a problem. You've got a major problem. And this is what caused this one. So we got one officer, female, that's going to be testifying in court against the other 3. And we can't wait for that to happen because it's going to be happening very soon. Let me see what, if my phone keeps going off, I'm going to be multitasking here, and it's going to be throwing me off my key. So let me see what else we got here. August 29th. 2 of the former LMPD officers charged in the Breonna Taylor raid have filed for protective orders. According to the court documents, the Department of Justice and attorneys for Joshua Janes and Kylie Rodney have requested a protective order for the case. Oh, boy. Thank you, Carol. The document says the order is requested due to the large volume of sensitive information the government intends to produce. Oh, my God. There's a lot going on here, folks. Let's just say that. Federal prosecutors also charged Janes and current Sergeant Kylie Rodney with civil rights violations and obstruction of justice for using false information to obtain a search warrant. A 4th officer, Detective Brett Hankerson, was charged with civil rights violations for allegedly using excessive force. Now, this is the dude that the state failed to nail in the previous court filing that was sent to the grand jury. They acquitted him. No, he was doing his job, said the Attorney General. But the feds saw that as an X mark. No, he wasn't. And now they tie in a falsified search warrant that was signed off by a court judge so that they could go March 13th of 2020 to Breonna Taylor's home and do exactly what they did. They shot her down, took the boyfriend, treated him like garbage, and tried to stick around to see if they could alter the crime scene in some way, shape, or form to cover their ass. That's exactly what they tried to do. And thank goodness, this case has now made a 180-degree turn in the other direction toward justice, rather than, and excuse me for saying this bullshit, going in the opposite direction. So once we get an idea as to what the November 22nd date is going to be, well, a lot of this is going to be developing. So I wanted to just have this as an update for tonight. Miss Liplock No More is in the house. I'm going to shut my phone off now because I can only deal with a number of multiple devices at one time. All right. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. But yeah, this is an update regarding this particular case right now as it stands. Crazy. Crazy. Let's get to the next one. Pertaining to Kylie Rodney. How many of y'all are following the Kylie Rodney case? Don't worry about it, Hugh. I'm taking care of it right now. I'm shutting my phone down. Shutting the phone down. Next time I open it up, I don't know what's going to, it'll be a whole lot there. But I'm shutting my phone down because it's hard to deal with screen, the tabs, tablet, and trying to get this out. But much love to those that are trying to communicate, but at the wrong time. All right. Much love to you, Miss Liplock. Thank you. Getting to, where am I going here? The Kylie Rodney case. Type a 1 in the chat if you're following the Kylie Rodney case. Okay. Well, I have to do this first. Got to share my screen. $16-year-old. Okay, good. 16-year-old went to a park party. Didn't make it home. This case has been a hot case because every week is a huge turn in this case. Young lady's car was found here in Prosser Lake Reservoir. Her car was found by an independent team, AWP, 2 weeks after local authorities searched this area and did not find anything. FBI, emergency services, dive technicians, you name it. 2 weeks. And AWP, Adventures with Purpose, came in, checked 3 other lakes, and then came to this one. And 35 minutes after hitting the water, guess what happened? Guess what happened? They found her car. They not only found her car, they found her in it. People are hot. And not only that, recently, watch this now, because this only gets better at every turn. Recently, a YouTuber by the name of Check It TV recently went out there in a little, canoe boat by himself. He started checking this lake. And guess what he found? After they pulled Kylie's car out of the lake, he found her computer. He found a backpack. He found some additional things, tried to call the police department to inform them of his findings, and all he got was voicemail. Voicemail. I said, that makes no sense. Here, if you found a car you've been looking for 2 weeks, I'm the I'm the chief of police, or the what do they call that? FBI in charge. You find a car, you find remains in the car. You know what I'm doing? I'm sealing the whole entire lake. This now becomes a death investigation, changes the missing person status, and I'm sealing the whole entire lake until I am satisfied that I stay at this lake to get everything in the vicinity of 14 feet and deep and 55 feet from the shore. She had broken windows, and she had a real window that was halfway down. According to AWP, she was found way in the back in the cargo section of her vehicle, not in the back seat. Seat belts were loose, and you kind of figure, how did that happen? What the hell was going on there? Why did these people miss her car for 2 weeks, and these folks, AWP comes in 35 minutes after they hit the water and find this car? There's some big questions regarding this story. Here's the lake. Approximately, this is where her car was found, where the X is. I would have shut this whole entire area off outside the campground. Leslie B., much love to you. Thank you. The seatbelts was hanging out of the trunk when they pulled it out. Check that out. Thank you, B-Wall. And we recorded this lake in our last live, covering the dynamics of length and width. About a mile, well over a half a mile in length. Here. And definitely a little under 1.3 miles adjacent to it. And her vehicle was found here, not far from the star here, where the water goes were. Then we've got a guy on Saturday who happened to make a statement in regards to seeing Kylie's car the next day. And they were having car issues, and they couldn't start the car. And he found that the car was in neutral. Yet for some strange reason, he picked up, I guess, body language or signals that prevented him from going around the back of the car, keeping him more focused to the front where the engine was. Now, he also verified that there were cameras on his vehicle that was obviously active and took him and the two people, whether it was Kylie or whether it was a male that was with this female at the time. And there's speculation about who the male is. So I'm not going to go any further than that, because up until the facts come out, it's pretty good to keep a good focus up until the facts do come out. But now you're dealing with something of an anomaly. Her phone going off at 12:33, last ping, according to law enforcement. It's in this area. Yet they searched this area for 2 weeks and nothing. AWP comes in 35 minutes after hitting the water. They find the vehicle. All based on the information that I just got finished saying that they received from law enforcement. You don't need to check the lake. We've already done it. Swept it good, swept it clean. Even Sammy, Kylie's friend, one of the girls that she was allegedly with at the party, going back and forth getting drinks from the car. She also stated that they thoroughly inspected and checked everything on those campgrounds. Well, according to AWP, they found her car and her in 35 minutes after they touched down. So who's right here? Is Sammy right? Where is she today? Why isn't she a part of the group AWP for, congratulating them for finding Kylie's car and Kylie? Where is she? All of a sudden she went quiet. Now, allegedly, it sounds as though she lawyered up. Uh-oh. Where's Jagged, her ex-boyfriend? He's quiet too. They were all in front of the cameras before they found the car. Now, where are they right now? Perhaps in the bathroom. Perhaps in the bathroom. This is how they found her car, folks. This is a Honda CRV. I think it's a 2013. Four-door sedan. Found 14 feet upside down, 55 feet from shore. If you can see that. You got two front windows that appear to be open, one broken for sure. The roof still looks intact. We've got damage to the side door here. Broken rearview mirror here. Outside, they had to literally turn this car over from being on its top. Here. Water still coming out of the car when they were pulling it out. A tarp covering the back, indicating where Kylie was. There's a lot of questions here that are totally unanswered. Law enforcement wants to wait until the toxicology and autopsy report comes back to clear everything that could have possibly happened to her. But they're not going to release that information until November. November. Now, they already have the autopsy report. Toxicology is what they're waiting for. Sort of reminds me of what happened in the Kenneka Jenkins case. Autopsy got processed. 2 weeks after, inconclusive. Nearly a month later, it was finished, but they still had to wait for toxicology results to come in. You know, the medical examiner in that case wanted to review the video surveillance footage before they completed their report. So why in the hell would they want to do that? To complete an autopsy report, they wanted to review the video surveillance footage in order to complete the Kenneka Jenkins autopsy report. Now go figure that one out. Go figure that one out. I said, that don't sound right. Sure enough, everything else came out later. By October 10th, well, the toxicology report was completed by October 5th. By October 10th, thereabout, it closed this case up. That's a wrap. Accidental death. Cause of death, hypothermia. Because she was found in a hotel freezer. Are they going to say the same thing here? That this was an accident with all of the details and evidence? Damn sure, clearly not showing anything that would produce that at this point with everything that they're finding. Police are falling behind on the job because they pull a car out, hers, here, and never go back to sweep at least a half a mile to a mile out to see if anything fell out the car. And you got a YouTuber by Check It TV that goes there by himself and starts finding stuff that came out of her car. He's trying to turn it in, but yet getting voicemail to law enforcement. Gotta be kidding me. Gotta be kidding me. I mean, is law enforcement that inept at doing their job? We saw it in the Jermaine Covington case. 41-year-old that lost his life, quote unquote, signed off as a suicide because he grabbed an officer's weapon in the booking and processing area of the police precinct that he was already in custody in. No, not the police's fault. They can't tell the difference between an accident and a homicide now. They're unprepared for missing people that they find. And they write it up and write it off as quickly as possible because the phone is ringing on their desk for the next 911 call. Is how they're treating these cases. My opinion. Quick, easy. Let's get it over with. John, answer your phone, man. It's another case. Let's go. Got more reports to write up. That's how they're handling these cases. And this is the reason why folks on social media that are, covering these cases are exposing them. Try to hold law enforcement accountable for these cases that they investigate. Whether it be a shooting, a mugging, missing person, missing children, especially the ones out of California City, California, or Summer Wells out of Tennessee. It's getting insane. Marley 13, how are you? Thank you for coming. It's getting insane. Oh, don't want to show you that. Y'all can see this. True crime sleuth claims he found Kylie Rodney's laptop and other items. It is right there. YouTuber. It is September 10th, yesterday, 4:35 p.m. That's an update. A YouTuber doing the police's job, and he's finding evidence that they should have already collected when they found the damn car. Beautiful 16-year-old lost her life out of Truckee, California. True crime fan who runs an online account called Check It TV said he found a laptop and other items belonging to 16-year-old Kylie Rodney in the California lake where her body was found submerged in her car last month. The sleuth, who does not make his name public, I don't blame him, claims to have made the discovery while rowing in the reservoir and dived down to retrieve the items, the Sun reports. The other objects include a duffel bag, hairbrush, charge cord, and a gift box. Rodney, an honor student, went missing just after midnight on August 6th, after a rowdy end-of-school party with friends in Truckee, California, near Lake Tahoe. Love these ads. And hence the same picture. An Oregon-based search team found Rodney's Honda CRV in Prosser Lake in late August. And here's what he found. And we know from watching CSI Miami, Law and Order, all those shows on TV tell us that police really do a thorough job, don't they? They do a magnificent job on TV. What in the hell are they doing in reality? What are they doing in reality? For them to miss something like this that was recently captured by somebody that has a YouTube channel and decided to go out there. He's in contact with the family. One of the family members kind of gave him a blessing to go back out there and just check. And sure enough, this is the return from that check. This is the return from that check, folks. So I wonder what they're going to do now. FBI is supposed to be checking the vehicle, forensically checking the vehicle, GPS, black box, anything that they feel and deem necessary that can contribute to helping them determine whether this is an accident or not. You have CHP, which is the Highway Patrol, investigating a separate issue based in the same case. Wait a minute, what's that? And you got people still not talking. People are still not talking. Now the friends that were out there searching for Kylie are disappeared. Maybe all except the ex-boyfriend that may be making a few posts on Instagram or Facebook. But to see this being found outside of law enforcement is a huge disappointment. Huge disappointment. Wanted to cover that little piece with you pertaining to that particular case. Thank you all for joining. My goodness. All right, now I can see the screen. Carrie Lawson's up in here. How you doing, Carrie? Much love to you. I know I saw Miss Liplock No More up in here. She popped in real quick. Sweet Pea is up in here. Miss Sweet Pea, thank you for joining us. It's incredible. My next door neighbor drives the exact same SUV. It's a seatbelt in the seat in the middle of the 3 belts. I think it's for a car seat. It's pretty long. I hear you. Lisa McIntosh is in the house. Lisa, welcome. All right. So hopefully they'll get the story straight. And maybe this may shake up the Placer County, Nevada Sheriff's Department. Get your act together. We've seen this lackadaisical attitude. You guys, get in front of camera and make people believe, oh yeah, we're doing our job and all this other stuff. But behind the scenes, you get YouTubers doing your job for you. Not good, not good, not good at all. It is not good. All right. Which brings me to, where am I in time? 9:48. Okay. Brings me to, all right. Here we go. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. We got to talk about this. I know Gail Thornberry is in here. We got Jennifer Noble's in here. We got to talk about this. You know where I'm going now. Yes, much love, Lisa. Thank you. How many of y'all see what I have on the screen? Type of 1. Just to help me out here. Yes, we do. Mr. Boss Blake, thank you. Gail Thornberry, thank you. Jennifer, yes, we do. D. Walsh, Miss Q. Missy Q, I got to say. I can't say Miss Q. Missy Q. Insomniac, to the Queen. Laura, yes. Okay, all right. Sometimes I get that delayed effect here. We got our boys here, folks. In this article, talked about the court date that was supposed to have commenced. Obviously, we did cover a small portion of that update with you when we last covered the boys. I like to keep them in the forefront because we're getting closer to a court date. Bakersfield, California. Oh, let me go back. California City Boys, adoptive parents, trial pushed back to October. This was posted July 15th of 2022, 10:28, updated the same date at 8:24 p.m. Bakersfield, California, the couple charged in the death of Orrin and Orson West had their murder trial pushed back to October during a hearing Friday morning. Trezell West, 35, and Jacqueline West, 32, are now scheduled for trial October 24th. The previous date was July 25th. The postponement was made over an objection of the Wests. Timothy Hennessy, representing Trezell West, told court, the October date is the earliest he'll be ready as he needs to review a voluminous amount of discovery. The bodies of Orrin 4 and Orson 3 have not been found. Prosecutors have not revealed the manner in which they believe the boys died. We know that there's a gag order that was issued back in March that bars the prosecutors and the West attorneys, investigators, and court staff from speaking about the case. Amongst the charges against the West in an allegation, they induced a minor Watch this now, folks. They induced a minor to assist in the committing of a crime, suggesting at least one of the West's other children witnessed what happened and will be called to testify. Now, we know that the children, there were 6 of them. Their ages at least under 12, 12 and below. You know, Orson being the youngest out of the 6. It blows your mind to kind of figure out what in the hell happened. Why is there now mentioning of another minor in this case under a second indictment, which is clear for manslaughter? Manslaughter. When the first indictment came down to get Jacqueline and Trezell West arrested, was a second-degree murder charge. Felonious cruelty to a child and or children. And of course, falsifying a police statement or police emergency call. Now you kind of figure, what are these people thinking out of all these cases? The cops on one end with Breonna Taylor. The cops on the other end regarding Kylie Rodney. What the hell's going on there? You've got police officers in the Breonna Greer case didn't know that the young female that they had arrested fell out of a patrol car, taking her down to the police precinct. And another one who happened to have committed suicide, age 41, out of New Jersey, by pulling an officer's gun from him in the booking and process. What's going on? I'm not blaming law enforcement but a lot of stuff is pointing their way, though, with a lot of these cases. Now, here you've got Orrin and Orson West, classic and sincere, been missing 15 going on 16 months. This case is long overdue. These people have been lying since day one. Now they got them. They have 2 indictments, separate indictments, nailing these guys on the table to go to court. And that's from a grand jury indictment, both of them. That's going to trial. It's sad. Let me see if there's something here, because I thought I did see something that I can share with you. Oh, there it is. Let's see if I can.
West. The couple charged in the deaths of the 2 brothers had their murder trial pushed back to October during the hearing this morning. Jacqueline and Trezell West are now scheduled for trial October 24th. The postponement was made over the objection of the West, but the attorney representing Trezell West told the court that the October date is the earliest he'll be ready. Prosecutors allege 4-year-old Orrin and 3-year-old Orson were killed about 3 months before the West reported them. On December 1st, 2020, the bodies have not yet been found.
Clinica Sierra Vista is a proud sponsor of Hispanic Heritage Month, which honors the cultures and contributions of both.
Okay, thank you. 3 months prior to that 911 call, these folks knew that they didn't have the boys in California City, California. Now, this is the mindset of Trezell and Jacqueline West. 3 months prior They knew they didn't have the boys, according to the DA's allegations, that they were murdered before you made the 911 call. You were preparing yourself for that time in December. You were collecting money at the same time for the support of the boys and the other children, whether it be through public assistance for their biological kids, child support from CPS through the adoption services or from the adoption agency itself, and then Classic and Sincere too, out of post-adoption services. Children that had special needs because of a previous incident that happened with one of the biological parents or the biological parents at a different time. Hence, that's the reason why the boys moved from the biological parents into foster care. Now you've got civil trials on one end. Now you've got a criminal trial on another. Man, if two roads parallel running the same track, going the same way, and both post the same speed, your tracks is crossed, because that's exactly where this case is headed. They're going to be going back and forth from a criminal court to a civil court, all probably in the same day. Probably. It's crazy. And I thank Carol for sending me the AV News clip that she sent me yesterday. Seems like Trezel's having a hard time in jail. They're whipping his ass, allegedly. He having maybe some fellas step up on him in jail because of stuff he thought he got away with. That's the word on the street in California from AV News. He did a clip yesterday. Gave us a little bit of an update. I don't know how true it is. I don't. It was just a word from him stating that Trezel was having one hell of a time. God don't like ugly. Never did, never will. And if that's what he's getting, oh well, it's part of it. Part of it. That's karma. That's right, Marley. Yeah, he did say that, Gail, that he threatened to commit suicide. Well, you know something? If that's the way out for you, then I guess that's your way out, because it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. These folks knew what they did when they signed the adoption papers to adopt. That's a hard fact. And when you say that you're going to be responsible as a mother and a father over children in an adoption process, you better mean what you say. And not just go for the money up until they're 18 and out of school and all this other stuff. Come on. Because it's going to take care of you to pay a brand new mortgage on a house, possibly, or a camper, an RV, for crying out loud, because that's what they got arrested in when they caught him. Man, they're just buying up all kinds of stuff with the money that they were getting from these kids. We're the kids. Think about it. The other 4 was taken into protective custody. Think about it. Now, if they were still receiving money for those kids as well as Classic and Sincere, still, no one put a stop to anybody's money? Oh, we understand where the RV came from. Why they were looking to skip town, most likely. Because as soon as they heard the word, they were preparing themselves to leave anyway. That's just my opinion. My opinion. Allegedly. But yeah, crazy. But hopefully, October 24th, that case comes around, and I hope it just gets going. We can start to understand what happened, especially in that case, because it's long overdue. Summer Wells, the same thing. We hope that the case turns around and in such a way that, we start to hear handcuffs hitting these people's wrists and start to take them in, squeeze them, make them talk. But law enforcement, you really got to pay attention to out of all these stories because it's saying a lot. It is really saying a lot. You can't protect the safety of your weapon in a precinct, hence the man blows his brains out. You can't search a lake properly after 2 weeks of searching for someone who went missing, and an outside agency comes in and 35 minutes later, here she is. Oh, man. Oh, man. Got 2 kids missing out of California City, California. Those folks searched their hearts out of that whole area. And California City, in that area where Aspen Avenue is not very big. Yeah, John Walker exhausts every possible resource and then some to try to find those boys, only for that case to move from December to March back to Bakersfield. And they blew up with searches right at the top end of March. And got subpoenas, got search warrants to go after some stuff and people and evidence, only to have culminated in getting direct and indirect evidence, enough to indict them. Thank God. So, Summer Wells case turns around, and there are indictments there. Let's hope that something comes out of the Kylie Rodney case, because we already see what's happening in the Breonna Taylor case. Yes, it does take time, folks, but we would not have known any of this if the feds didn't jump into Breonna Taylor's case. Where would the case be today? Because the state had already acquitted one of the officers for reckless endangerment. Wanton endangerment, if you want to call it that. There's some people doing their jobs, and we're finding out that there's a big group of them just complacent. That's just what I see. Let's hope the DA out of the California City boys case, she doesn't appear to be so far, is not complacent in nailing these people for doing what they did to Classic and Sincere. And give Ryan Dean the justice that she deserves. Give her sons, Classic and Sincere, what they deserve, which is the same justice, and put these people right behind bars. Along with Jamal Watkins, Wanda, and her husband, Philip, nail every single one of them and make them taste something else for doing what they did. That's just me. That's just me. Let me see what else I wanted to do here before I begin to close it out. Y'all having a good time? I did that. Okay. So I did that. All right. Damn, I got through that. I wanted to get through it. So we talked about a lot tonight. Covered a number of updates on cases that I'm following. Oh, man. Makes you feel some kind of way, I'm telling you. Makes you feel some kind of way, I'm telling you. Oh, that's me. I don't want to do that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you too. Y'all hear John Q in the background? I'm telling you. I'm telling you too. All right. Let me see what I wanted to do here. Okay, so what I wanted to do was to go back to okay. I wanted to go back to something very special to give you an update. Kimberly said, I hear you too. I heard me, but you know, I'm like, okay, I heard you too. Let me do this before I do that. And if y'all can give me just 60 seconds, just 60. Let me just go ahead and do this real quick. Let me know if y'all can hear. Let me know if y'all can hear this.
Who that? Acting all new black, like they would never do that. Keep it real, pimpin', tell me where the truth at. If you make mistakes, then learn from them. You don't gotta burn from them. When they wanna judge, swerve on them. Flip a bird, homie. They got some nerve, though. I got a couple words for them. I made it out the hood, pimpin', I live in the burbs, homie. Niggas don't act right, they judge you by your past life. And it don't really matter, got my bag right.
Can't take back my mistakes, I can only move forward. Can't undo what's been done, cause it's done. Don't judge me on my past lives. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. Don't judge me for my past lives. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am.
Now if you're living in the past and this way you stay, I'm trying to make a new path for some better days. And all my old ways, I put them with the throwaways. And if you're living for the day, the problems go away. I'm trying to reach the golden gate, and that's what motivate. Cause you would never know the day, so focus on your play. You never try to eliminate, pimpin' try to demonstrate. Remember how the winners there are trying to put it into play. No, my mistakes were never made, the shit you gotta face. Just never fold or never break, I promise you'll be straight. But you can never run from fate, on God you won't be late. So let a hater hate, it's okay because you here today.
Can't take back my mistakes, I can only move forward. Can't undo what's been done, cause it's done. Don't judge me on my past lives. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. Don't judge me for my past lives. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. I take each day as it comes. I keep looking forward. I won't dwell on the mistakes from the past. You shouldn't have done. Oh. Can't take back my mistakes. I can only move forward. Can't undo what's been done, cause it's done.
Let's go.
Don't judge me on my past life.
Oh, yeah.
Don't judge me for my past problems.
Oh, yeah.
Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am. Don't judge me for my past lives. Don't judge me for my past problems. Don't judge me for the past struggles. Love me for who I am. Love me for who I am.
Oh, yeah. Mr. Boss Blake. I said, send it to me. Send it to me. Send it to me.
Body to be global, baby.
Be global. Don't judge me from a past life. Okay, I had to take that. Carol Smith, are you back? I see you, Carol. Okay. Okay, you're back now. Okay. Glad you're back. That's cutting loose. I'm telling you. Mr. Boss Blake and his work, BSM coming up September 16th. Oh, the new release. And he's already sent me some stuff too. Yeah, he is progressing. He is progressing, Hugh. He's progressing. Good to have you back, Kathy. All right. I wanted to get to some acknowledgements. And this is important for this channel because of the dedication that all of the folks in blue show up before me. And it's very important for a content creator to acknowledge all of the moderators, all of the folks that are not getting paid to do any of what they have to do in blue. As a moderator, the most important job they have is to enjoy the chat and the conversation just like everyone else. But their extra job is to pay attention to the chat so that this way it's not disrupted, interfered with in any way, shape, or form, because it's their program too. Now, I want to give a special thanks, a very big special thanks, Yeah, I hear y'all. Much love to the chat. Coming in and going in all the time. I want to give a very special thanks to one of the moderators that really hold my channel down, solid from day one to this day. And even though she may not be here right now, this moment, and not unless I missed her coming in, Miss Oklahoma has been an absolute phenomenal moderator whenever she's here. Whenever she's here, to keep this chat and the presentation going smoothly. I wanted to make sure that everyone knows about the people that hold this channel down. And if you're coming outside and you're visiting for the very first time and you got thoughts about John Q, well, that's fine. So do my moderators. They have thoughts about John Q too. And one of the main thoughts is to keep this channel growing, progressing, cultivating, nourishing, educating, as well as entertaining from time to time, whenever I can. But these are the folks that make this channel, along with the viewers who come to this channel, get a good, proper presentation, a good experience. I want to thank Miss Oklahoma for the dedication and support, true dedication and support, and the private connectivity that she has with me on a regular basis. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Oklahoma. I mean, words escape me in the gratitude that I have for you, for being a part of my channel. Thank you so much. Next up, we got the incredible Miss Leslie B. in the house. Day one. And she came from Miss Keyz channel. And she's held me down. And I mean, solid as a rock. Right behind Miss Oklahoma. No, matter of fact, they walk together. You know, all of who I'm going to present to you walk together. I can't put them behind each other because they all show up. They all hold us down. Every single one of them. Miss Leslie B, she shows her love every single time I go live. And that's by showing up. Maybe slipping in the middle, coming at the beginning, maybe even catch it at the end. But either way, she shows her love and dedication for my channel. Thank you, Miss Leslie B. You know, when Miss Q said, you know, hey, my moderators are solid as a rock. Oh, yeah. She knew what she was talking about because that's what you are. Solid as a rock. I thank you for that. Solid as a rock. You know, there's another moderator that's here well before I am here too. And she holds it down. And you know, it surprises me sometimes. I like, what are you doing here? It's like a day before, and I just posted the live. And she's Miss Double Rainbow. Solid since day one. She was here for the marathon, folks. The marathon. Summer Wells Reward Fund that we did last year. The marathon. Much love to you, Miss Double Rainbow. And she's under the weather a bit tonight. We send our prayers and love to her and her family to get well quick. Get well fast. Shake it loose. In Jesus' name, please. Because we always want to see you here. You cover Mr. Boss Blake's channel like a storm. And I'm glad to see that he found that in you, which I did as well. Thank you, Miss Double Rainbow, for being an awesome team player, along with Miss Leslie B, Miss Oklahoma. All three together are dynamic. I see y'all three names in here. We're good. We're real good now. We're real good. We got some additions here too. Yeah. Like I said, Miss Oklahoma is, I mean, she's fierce. Miss Leslie B is fierce. Miss Double Rainbow is fierce. These women don't play, you know. And along with those three women, I got another one for you. And that is Miss Justice. I told you, women hold John Q down. Miss Justice came over from Anita's World and was a part of the marathon. When Miss Anita from Anita's World came over, she supported the marathon. I got much love for Miss Justice. She could, I mean, I don't know how she juggles it, but she does it. If John Q goes live, she's here. If Miss Anita goes live, she goes there. And good thing we're on two different timelines because, you know, we can't split her in half, but, you know, she does an awesome job. An awesome job to hold this chat down. Nice and smooth. All four of these women were knocking out bots before I knew what the hell they were. And then me and Mr. Boss Blake had a conversation about how to get a handle on him, you know. And then I said, well, let me see if I can begin to filter some of this stuff out. I was able to do so. And once again, All the information that I got come from the people I'm mentioning tonight. I want to make sure, as I said, if you're here for the very first time, John Q's channel is not like any other channel out there. We don't get into the drama. We don't. The reason why is because we have work to do. I had a viewer of mine, a very personal viewer of mine, Miss Gail Thornberry, and a couple of you, along with Miss Double Rainbow, go and visit another person's channel, I think a couple of weeks ago. Y'all went there to check this person out. They showed up in my chat when we did the last table talk with Miss 54 Keyz and Mr. Boss Blake. Someone was asking questions in my chat, profusely saying that they were asking questions but getting no answers. I was ready to end the live. They were ready to come up on panel. I said, no, can't do it. I'm ready to wrap up. But here's what you can do. Hit me up in the email. Hit me up in the email. You do that, we can create a dialogue from there. That's how I screen for table talk. You just don't pop up on my live. We don't do that. I don't do that. And Miss Gail Thornberry, along with Miss Double Rainbows, had an experience on another person's channel, and they got cursed out. They got told to get the F out. And if they were from my channel, that they were trolls. They were minions. They were all kinds of negative stuff. I'm like, okay. It was reported back to me. Jennifer Noble in the chat right now went to the same channel. Now, folks that went over to this person's channel did so voluntarily. I never told anybody to go to anybody's channel. But if they decided to, they did, of their own volition, their own choosing. I get an email from Jennifer about what happened to her. I get an email notification, Double Rainbow, as to what happened to her. I said, what the hell is going on? I said, all this is from the same person who wanted to join the live that was throwing out questions, but pretended like I was blocking them, and I wasn't. Because one of the people that they were with, I showed their comment. Nobody was blocked. There were certain people in the chat was also saying, well, if you're going to ask your question, re-ask the question. Stop saying that you kept asking the question and you're not getting any answers. Now, it sounds like a fool to me. I was just wondering who in the hell they were talking about. Who in the hell they were talking about. Yeah, these people got bounced out of their chat room on their YouTube channel. I'm saying, oh, wow, okay. I guess I'll, when I get some time, I'll jump out there in the streets and check it out myself. Guess what I did? I not only found out that Gail got bounced, Jennifer got bounced, told to stay the F out. Double Rainbows, kindly bowed out. This is not the channel for me, she said, and left. But I saw one of the channels that I admire that's been covering the California City Boys case. Okay. Y'all may know her. I've mentioned her on my channel 1,000 times. Miss Crenshaw Incorporated. How many of y'all know Miss Crenshaw Incorporated? Type of 1. Just type of 1 for me. Yeah. I understand how bad it was. There we go. Marley 13 says yes. Humongous, okay, says yes. Carol Smith says yes. I know Jennifer says yes. Miss Justice, oh, she was hot. Miss Justice is hot. Gail Thornberry says yes. Mama J says yes. Kimberly D says 2. No, I do not know Miss Crenshaw. Miss Crenshaw was day 1 boots on the ground for the California City Boys out of California City. We just got finished talking about them. Classic and sincere. She's also the same content creator that covered the Kenneka Jenkins case extensively. And guess what? She went to that person's same channel and got cursed out, called stupid, called the B word, oh, she's a sassy bee, and all this nonsense. And I'm going, oh my God. And this is the same person that wanted to come up on my channel during that table talk to talk with me when I was ending that table talk. I'm just glad God led my hand and I was finishing up the table talk. It's as incredible as it is. And I said, damn, okay. I wonder what that's about. And you know what it's about? Truly? No more, no less. It's about who knows more about the Kenneka Jenkins case than another person does. Ego. Ego. That's all it is. An uncontrolled ego. Because what I did find out, and the evidence is on their channel right now tonight, is that they intended to come on to my channel and try to mess with my content regarding their nonsense about the case. And it's sad. I was looking forward to maybe making a connection with somebody I hadn't talked to. Still to this day, haven't talked to directly. And then I find my name on their channel all twisted up with Mr. Boss Blake's name and Miss 54 Keyz' name because we came up with the round table on the same channel. I'm going, damn, okay, so that must be what it's about. And they have been around to other channels. And they're not very well liked or respected based upon the content they produce. How can I say that? How can I say that? Oh, it's real simple. Let me see if I can do this. Don't judge me from a past life. I got that song in my head now, boss. I gotta find it. I have what is called a stupid file. I do collect them. Oh, thank you, boss, for sending that over. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I have what is called a stupid file. I have a stupid yeah, that's right, Jennifer. I do. I have a stupid file. I keep names in a stupid file. You know, when someone's narcopathic, imbecilic attitude tries to reach out, they think they're not going to be found out. Well, this one was found out in short order, thank God. Because what I saw earlier this morning on someone else's channel, I think her name is Lady Goddess. What I saw happen on her channel just blew me away. I nailed it. That nailed it right there. Because the disrespect that this person has for certain people in a certain way is just absolutely unacceptable. Unacceptable for any woman. And I have to say, Miss Lady Goddess, you know, she stepped up and knocked that shit out the booth. Now, Miss Lady Goddess was also, she came by our last roundtable panel. And hey, she was there to show her love. Granted, you know, we're there for everyone. Everyone following the Keyz Jenkins case, open to following the case, open to discussion. Not open-ended opposition and opinion, but open. And she's cool. I think she's cool. I think if she's left alone to do what she's supposed to do, she'd be all right. Because I saw what I saw last night on her channel. I was blown away. I was blown away. And I said, now this is the same dude that tried to come up on my channel during a table talk I was doing 2 weeks ago. And I took my time and checked him out. And I shook that tree and all the dead fruit fell off of it. There was nothing fresh about it. Let me share with you this. Because this is what I found. Let me see. Oh, I am in screen share, so I got to do the other. Let me know when y'all see that type of one. Type of one. Now that's Miss Crenshaw. Followed the Keyz Jenkins case. I've learned a lot from her. She's still following the case today. In fact, some of her recent lives covers both indictments very thoroughly. She reads them out. She's down to earth, knows what she's talking about, and she's been boots on the ground from day one, covering the California City Boys. She covered the Keyz Jenkins case very thoroughly, I must add. And here she showed up on this person's panel after Gail got chewed out, after Jennifer got chewed out, after Double Rainbows got chewed out. And she tried to talk some sense. She tried to talk some kind of reasonable sense to this person, let alone try to discuss the case. You know how she left? She left being called stupid and that she was a bee, a sassy bee. And that she was a phony and she needs to stay to hell out of the chat room and off his channel. Aquahoma, Humongous D is okay. Aquahoma, she's flexing her muscles. Aquahoma, Humongous D is okay. Oh, we talking about this clown? Yeah, Humongous D. Yeah. Oh, this guy uses your videos a lot. I hear you. But yeah, and that nailed it for me. That nailed it to me. Not only that, I said, okay, well, what else is new? He did another video. And this was right after the Table Talk Live. I said, well, okay, well, you want to talk? Hey, my email's in the description box. Hit me up. I'll come over to your channel, see what you got. Look around, check your channel out, see what you're talking about. You got what I'm looking for. We can definitely get together for a table talk. But shortly, right after that table talk, I end up finding out about a piece of his content. And what he was talking about regarding that table talk. Mr. Boss Blake and I did a table talk just last Sunday, and that was spoken about ill-manneredly as it was. And I thought, what the hell is wrong with this dude? Him and I haven't even spoken one word to each other yet, personally. And yet he's acting this way. But one live after the other, after the other, after the other, I began to find out exactly what I needed to find out. And hey, case in point, not interested. But I wanted to let y'all know who I'm talking about so you avoid this channel at all cost. At all cost. It's a very small channel. It's going to remain that way because of its content, actually. Narcopathic imbecile. He's got his feelings on his sleeve. And if you don't believe me, go to Miss Lady Goddess's channel. Real simple, just type it in. Go to her live last night, this morning. Go to 211 and hang on. Because this guy's mouth ran him so far into the ground, she doesn't even want to have him back anymore. It's incredible. But I wanted to share that because my viewers came back to share some valuable information with me to be careful. I thank you. Thank you. That is very important. Very important to stay away from toxic channels. I said, damn, we just got started with the roundtable and video after video, live after live, we were getting hammered. We don't even know this guy. Don't even know him. Got his own agenda, obviously. Obviously. But that's what you get good moderators to do. Come back and share that kind of information to say, you really want to have this person on your platform? You really want to get into that kind of, no, never did, never will. Not here. That's not my content. So I declined. Shouldn't be anybody's content. So with that said, I wanted to also pay acknowledgement to Miss Carol Smith. And Miss Carol Smith, I know she's still here. Miss Carol Smith, I know you're still here. You're blowing up my phone a minute ago. I gotta find her. Miss Carol Smith, are you still here? Because the next time you type, you'll see what I'm talking about. There you go. Welcome, Miss Carol Smith. Cue the Truth, Table Talk, John Q's Casework channel. You are now dressed in blue and armed with a shield. And much love to you for being by my side, keeping me updated, sharing all of your insights, and being a part of a major project called The Round Table. Thank you, Carol. Thank you. And I agree with you, Jennifer. Had we, if you known about him prior to that night, you would have never went there. I know. But it's good to check people out before you invite them to connect with you and jump on your panel. You don't know what you're going to get. Isn't that what Forrest Gump's mother said? Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. I don't mess with that here. I don't mess with any of it here. But much love to you, Miss Carol Smith. Welcome to the family, and thank you. Thank you for holding me down. Thank you for holding the other ladies down. Each and every single one of the names that I shared with you tonight. Miss Aquahoma, Miss Leslie B, Miss Double Rainbow, Miss Justice, Miss Carol Smith. These are the women that hold John Q down. And there are a number of others. I will share that on my next table talk with you. But I wanted to make sure I made some time for personal acknowledgement of their work on this channel. We have broken 9,000 viewers on this channel and growing. And I look back and I said, wow, I couldn't have done that without anybody, really. That's the viewers. That's you. That's you guys. It's all of you guys. You enjoy the content. And especially one person that's in blue that's had my back from day one and it ran out the gate and put a seal on the door. You know who that is? You know who that is. Mr. Bossman Blake. Solid like no other. And now we're collaborating together with Miss 54 Keyz on the round table. Exclusively. And Humongous D, you're a part of that already, whether you know it or not. Mr. Jackie Dragon is a part of it. You guys are an absolute bedrock of support based on the information that you guys have and continue to put out on the Kenneka Jenkins case. I've always said that. And as many times as I've said that, I will continue to say that. Because when we do come back for the next roundtable, which will be on Wednesday night, I haven't figured out a time yet, but once I do, I'll get it posted 24 hours before. So you'll see the posting. Because I'm going to get into the exec file We're going to get into the cameras. We're going to get into further police reports to break down a lot of inconsistencies. We had one police report that had the date totally wrong in our last live. We're breaking down a lot. It is a lot. It's always been a lot. But with 3, 4, 5, 6 content creators working behind the scene, we can begin to break it down and then begin to explain the reason why they did what they did. All you've got to do is read the FOIA disclosure, and they'll tell you what they did. That's why it was the very first piece of information we did in the first Roundtable Live. To help you to understand what they did, we have to have a document where the case files came into play. It was a document with them called the Freedom of Information Act disclosure form. And by law, this is what they did. And it states exactly what they did. And it's a one word called redacted. Tells you the story. And it's based on privacy issues. Based on privacy issues. We're not going to show Kenneka Jenkins' face in any of these clips because of privacy issues. They could be held liable. So to reduce the liability, just like they did in the original case, obviously they're going to blur and they're going to pixelate and they're going to slice, delete, freeze, all kinds of stuff in the video surveillance footage, redact names, addresses, phone numbers, social security numbers, and everything from the police reports. They're going to redact the photos, which they have done, especially of Kenneka being in the freezer. If you noticed, if you followed those photos, her entire upper portion of her body is redacted to some degree in length. That all falls under the Freedom of Information Act. All of it. We edited the footage. Ha ha. That's what they said. We modified the files. Ha ha. We changed the photos. Ha ha. Etc., etc. Well, what gave you that right? Well, the Freedom of Information Act gave them that right to do that. It says it right there in the disclosure form, second paragraph down. I highlighted the whole thing in blue and read it word for word verbatim as to what it is, what it means, and why they did so. It's all to reduce the liability. Change a homicide to an accident, what do? You change the course of a liability. Better to have an accident than a homicide at the hotel, especially if they're getting ready to close a deal with the Murray Brothers Caddyshack restaurant, which they did with Bill Murray and his brothers. They don't want no homicide there in a brand new damn restaurant. Splashed out all over the internet and newspapers and stuff. Call it something else. They did. They found a way to do it. They found a way to do it. And so we're breaking that case down, revisiting that case, just like Humongous D has revisited that case and still doing today. Mr. Jackie Dragon, he's posting stuff up on his channel right now. Right now. Fresh. 2022 stuff. Still telling you about the case file. I've got his Pharaoh scan equipment, and we're going to be playing with that on the next upcoming live. Because there's some things there we need to take a look at. And why they put a Pharaoh scan together in the first place. So we're going to be covering that and a whole lot more. I asked Mr. Jackie Dragon, like he did in the last live. Thank you so much for showing up to Boss Blake's live, Mr. Jackie Dragon. Humongous D, I know you'll be here. You know, and if it's at all possible, I'd like to share your exec file, which you've already given me, consent to do. Anything I want to share from your channel, you've already given me consent, but it's the exec file that needs to be broken down so people can see exactly how they manipulated the file. It's when they copied it. It's when they copied it. They were asked by the Rosemont Police Department for a copy of the hotel video surveillance footage. What do you think they did? Well, we're going to talk about that on Wednesday. Thank you, brother. Thank you. We're going to talk about that on Wednesday. And to be in the great company of these content creators, Miss 54 Keyz, Mr. Boss Blake, Mr. Jackie Dragon, Mr. Humongous D. We've got solid back operations research, Miss Carol Smith, Miss Shamina Wright, and a number of others. We're just starting. So it will continue to evolve. That's what I'm very happy about. I am very happy about that. And happy that you can spend some time getting that information. You know, taking a look back at this case 5 years, it does give you enough breathing space to, you know, turn your head for a minute and say, did I really cover that? Did I look at that hard enough? Et cetera, et cetera. So looking at it now with fresh eyes, we're able to see with different eyes and a different perspective and bring it to you. Not just a single creator, but with multiple creators working together. That's the best part. Hence the round table. You don't want to miss that session. So yeah, I'm glad you guys were here for the update and for this special acknowledgement of the moderators and viewers. Molly 13, I love you to death. D Walsh, I love you to death. Kimberly D, I love you to death. Jennifer Nobles, I love you to death. I mean, I can go right down the list. For everyone that's here, you know, you guys have held me down and kept me going. You know, and that's what's important. We don't need 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people, 10,000 people in the chat room. I like what I got. Always did, always will. I like it nice and tight because it keeps it solid. Just like it's been. And we're going to keep it that way. And we got much love for you, Miss Gail. You know, much love for you to, you know, just sticking and standing by us, you know, one live at a time, one video at a time. You've been tremendous too, you know. And for Miss Crenshaw Incorporated, our hearts go out to her. She's still on Classic and Sincere's case. You know, what she temporarily put up with regarding that other person's channel, you know, well, you know, she knows the truth now, just like I do. Anyone for the very first time, know the truth, bang, you got it. No need to hit your head up against the wall a second time. You know you got a headache from the first one. And thank you, Jennifer, for emailing me, touching base with me to let me know. We're working on some things on my channel to make some changes. And tonight, you've seen just some of the changes that we're starting to go through. You know, we're in subscriber mode only. And only subscribers, viewers that have been connected with my channel have the opportunity to chat. So we're working and tweaking things up, upgrading, if you will. We got a lot more to come. A lot more to come. Readiness hearing 10/14 for the boys, and the trial is the 24th. Yes, thank you, Jennifer. A readiness hearing for the defense attorneys is going to be held October 14th. We'll hear more about that as we get close. Thank you, Jennifer. And then the trial of the case will commence on October 24th. Absolutely. Thank you. Lisa McIntosh, thank you for being here this evening. I hope to see your name here again and again and again and again and again. Well, that's good, D. Walsh. Much love to you. We're going to close it out, folks. Just wanted to keep it short tonight. Thank you, Miss Leslie B, for throwing that up. If you'd like to support the channel, we're not monetized here. Never will be. I don't like commercials. Don't like commercials in the videos or the lives. So I keep it straight and in its entirety so that people can enjoy it without having to push the button, skip, push the button, skip, push the button, skip, push the button, skip. RJ, thank you for being here. Wow. You guys are amazing. Molly 13, much love to you. Thank you for holding me down. Solid. We're going to get you a blue dress, Molly, sooner than you think. Miss Molly, she don't want to, I don't know if she wants a blue dress or not, but we'll see. We'll see. But she definitely deserves one. Definitely deserves one. And we're looking for blue dresses and blue suits. RJ's got a blue suit on. Bossman Blake got a blue suit on. I don't have too many guys in here with a blue suit. Hell of a chick is in the house, just showing some love. Hell of a chick. Also, a content creator working on the Kenneka Jenkins case. And she's also going through the same nonsense with that same content creator. So when you start to bang into the same noise, and it's coming from what, you don't need to go any further. You don't. And we don't put that on my channel. We'll never have it here. Hell of a chick won't ever have it on her channel. Boss won't have it on his. RJ on his. Jackie Dragon on his. I can keep going on and on. It's a waste of time, energy, life. And that's all it's really done. And the sad part about it is that it's got a 19-year-old girl's name on there by the name of Kenneka Jenkins. That's what it's all about. But it's it's morphed itself into something else. And that's the sad part. That's the sad part about it. All under the name of Kenneka Jenkins. And no one wants to take time out to say, wait a minute, if this was my daughter and these folks online was using my daughter's name like that, I'd want to go and find them and cut their, you know what I'm talking about. Because that's apparent. None of them think that way, though. That's the unfortunate part. Common sense. Morality, humility. For the death of someone's child, this is what they do. This is what we see. This is what they do. All they're doing is leaving evidence on their channels, folks. And that's the best part because we can see what they're doing all the time. The truth is always there. You don't have to look too hard. It's boldly in your face. And much love to content creators showing up on John Q. My goodness, hell of a chick. I love that woman. She knows how to break it down. No, there were no adjoining rooms between 924 and 926. She broke that sucker down nice. Because there ain't no door in the wall. You got to go out the room to go into the next room next door. Anything above the 7th floor don't have adjoining rooms at the Crown Plaza Hotel based on a phone call Miss Hell of a Chick made. Great video. Loved it. Loved it. So with that said, we'll be back Wednesday, session 3, the roundtable. Mr. Boss Blake, Miss 54 Keyz, and myself. Maybe we may have some surprise guest. I don't know. Hit me up in the email box. Let's see if we can really turn it up a bit. Y'all know who I'm talking about. I had a great time this evening, giving you the updates, covering the stories that matter most, the ones that I've been covering. And of course, the acknowledgements. I wanted to take some time out to that. For that, I'm glad I did. It's important to acknowledge the hard work and dedication of people working with you, supporting you, sharing their love, spending their time, and knowing what you're doing is right and it's good. That's all I need, because that's the gas that keeps me going. And my tank overfloweth, let's just say. I'll see y'all next Sunday. Don't forget Wednesday. We haven't posted a time yet, but the roundtable is our next stop on John Q's channel. Don't miss it. Tell everybody. Share, share, share. Like. Love, love, love. Be well and stay blessed with Godspeed. We'll catch you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to John Q's Table Talk. Let's go. Here at Table Talk, everybody's opinions matter, because we only here for one reason, and that's the truth. Cue the truth. So many cases we've been facing, so many kids that have been taken. You got us and you got on, and some more wells I just can't take it. Never see John hesitate. A hard to go you can't replace. So Table Talk gon' be the place where we break down all the basics. You don't need no reservation, open mind, a little faith. That's why we work another case. Kids go missing every day. We know the news, they do their thing, but John gon' come through in the pain. But this is a show for all of us, so let us know just what you think. For Table Talk, it's time to go to work. Let the people know that John is going live. It's time for Table Talk. It's time for Table Talk. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you Mr. John Q. Y'all show him some love, man. Let's go to work. It's time for Table Talk. It's time to go to work. Let the people know that John is going live. It's time for Table Talk. It's time for Table Talk. It's time to go to work. Let the people know that John is going live. It's time for Table Talk. Let's go to work tonight. Cue the truth.